Ever since me and Dwayne came back from DreamCon, it has been so much discourse, as it usually is. And I feel like this happens every year. Every time that DreamCon comes around, there's always this discourse that is happening on socials. So we came back from DreamCon, right? Beautiful con with beautiful Black people everywhere, by the way. Whenever we blurs go to different cons, we usually don't feel super represented there. And RDC made a con so that we can feel like we are with our own community, you know? And not saying that other people that are not Black cannot come. They can come too. It's just a place where Black nerds can come together and celebrate anime and video games and everything of the nerd culture that we love and not be shamed for it.
Exactly.
And then there are people that come in recently that have been, I don't know, I honestly don't know what they're trying to gain from it, because it doesn't make any logical sense to me. I've been seeing clips of people that are either IRL streamers, people that are not streamers, people that are just posting content on socials and Twitter, and then say, oh, well, everybody that's here, they're nerds, and these nerds are weirdos, and they're weird, and da-da-da-da. I'm scratching my head, because why are you there? Like, why are you there?
That point exactly. Why are you there? If you're over here and you're like, oh, it's nothing but nerds here at DreamCon, so and nerds are weird, but it's like, why are you here? This is specifically a place where Black nerds can get together and just be in community with each other and enjoy what they love. So why go into a space where it's not your cup of tea? And I get it. Everyone doesn't like anime. I accept that, and I get that. It's not everyone's cup of tea. My brother, he's not that fond of anime. Some of my friends, they're not that fond of anime. So I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But why do you have to go and intrude on someone else's space, and a space where people are just trying to be together and enjoy what they love, and just down and trash it? Like, make it make sense.
And then I've even seen a post of someone trying to say, well, I don't like anime or video games or anything like that, and I'm still gonna go to DreamCon next year, and ain't nobody gonna do anything because they can't whoop me. First of all, you can do whatever you want to do. Now, will it make sense?
No.
Will it be smart to? Not at all. Will you look stupid and look lame for trying to rag on people that are trying to enjoy a space and a community that they once were bullied for, or made fun of, or made to feel like they should have been celebrating this at all? Yes. Because why do you?
Abso-freaking-lutely. You will look weird and you will look dumb trying to intrude on DreamCon and trying to be in a space where you just trashing on a bunch of people, and you just like, bruh, this is weird. And you over here with us weirdos, and hey, if it's not your cup of tea, I get it. But why do that? That's not a good move on you.
You want to be argumentative? Why do you want to fight? And the thing that's even making it crazier to me is that these people don't even have like a blue check mark like on Twitter or anything. You're doing this for free. Like, you're just doing stupidity and trying to make people mad and rage baiting people for free. I don't get it. Then there are some people, I saw one tweet where it said, DreamCon has so many people that aren't real blurs there. I am a blurred and was bullied for being it. Now, ever since COVID happened, everyone is a blurred now. Mind you, before I get into this, I'm not a coon, and DreamCon is a very good thing, and I'm glad it exists. And he went through a whole little thread basically of saying how there are people that are getting into anime ever since COVID, and that they're not real blurs. And I also have an issue with this as well. And then some people say, oh, well, people didn't like anime until they got popular. Good. Good. People don't have to be day one fans of something in order to be qualified as a real fan, by the way. If they just found it last year, if they just found it this year, if they just found it in COVID, hey, they found it. And guess what? They continue to like it. That's not a bad thing. Everybody doesn't start when you do. This is not a hard concept, okay? I feel like blurs, and let alone Black people, we are not a monolith, okay? Now let me paint you a picture. Okay? Because I was and still am. I was and still am a introvert, okay? Same. I would say that my level of introvertedness was way off the scales when I was younger. Like, I barely talked to anybody. And during that time, I was a fan of Dragon Ball. I was a fan of Sailor Moon. I was a fan of Pokemon and all those things like that. And I did see that whenever people outwardly expressed their like for that thing or for these nerd things, they did get bullied. They did, get made fun of. My brother was one of them, and I would defend him. Oh, this was in grade school, okay? All of this stuff happened in grade school, which was many years ago. I'm not old. I'm just saying it's many years.
Hey, I was made fun of. I was picked on for like an anime called weird, called a geek, called a nerd. But who do people end up working for majority of the time? They end up working for nerds. They end up working for people who like comics and sci-fi and all that. So in the end, we still win at the end of the day. So if you like anime, like it, love it. Like, Don't hop on the like you can like don't hop on the bandwagon, but like it because you genuinely like it, you know? Don't like it just because like, oh, it's the hip or cool thing to do now, or because DreamCon is popping up, or like anime is the new like hip thing, and like, you know, oh, people are liking anime because of COVID. Like it because you genuinely like it. If you like manga, cool. If you like comics, cool. If you like video games, cool. If you like animation, cartoons, whatever, like it and own it and stand on that 10 toes down. But don't be making fun of people because of something that they like. And you know that with black people specifically, especially when we were younger, elementary, middle, high school, if you know that if you were bullied 9 times out of 10, if your friends found out that you like anime, comics, sci-fi, games, and nothing that's related to like basketball, football, you know, or rap music or anything, or if you didn't like anything that was in black culture, that was outside of black culture, you was either called an Oreo or you was made fun of. That's the real reality of it. And I'm speaking of it because that was me. So I know it. I get it. I understand it, but hey, I'm proud of my blackness and I'm proud of me liking anime, and you are not any less black just because you like anime, just because you like video games, just because you like manga, just because you like sci-fi or cartoons or anything like that. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And that's real.
Years ago. And I feel like it's a very weird thing to now trash on that thing because you feel like they weren't bullied. Nobody knows their story. You don't know their story. I was bullied for being quiet. I was being bullied for being the quiet kid that was sitting there doing their homework. Do I curse everybody now that did that? No. Yes, that was part of my experience, but guess what? I grew from that, okay? As me being a very quiet to myself introvert in grade school, to where I barely talk to people. I talk now for a living. I play video games now for a living. I watch anime and react to pop culture and things like that for a living, okay? That is my job now. That is how much we have grown into a space to where now I can use this thing that I thought I had to hide from to now be celebrated, to now express and show everybody that it is cool to like these things. Honestly, I saw all of this discourse start around when I saw this beautiful woman, beautiful cosplayer cosplaying as Bulma at DreamCon. And she was throwing it. She was throwing it and it looked very good too. People started complaining. I never thought in 2026 we'd be at a moment where someone dancing on the timeline as Bulma, and then people, for one, not even knowing what the cosplay is, by the way, because that's telling me that you are also new to the fandom. Okay,
they don't watch
talk
OG
about
Dragon
the fandom
Ball.
like this and being like, oh, these girls and baddies don't know that much about anime, and you don't even know that that's a Bulma cosplay from Dragon Ball, not the Z. Okay, and to anybody that needs to hear this, if you see a baddie that is also at the con, that is also cosplaying, and they look great in it, and then you say to their face, you don't look like you watch anime, just know you fumbled. You fumbled. You fumbled. The game is over. You fumbled. Get out the game. Because there are so many of us that grew up to be baddies, have probably been baddies our whole life, and loved nerd shit. Okay, we loved it. It's just that anytime that we expressed it, we were then quizzed on it. Okay, and that's.
I feel like with dudes, or at least, or like, this is kind of like a negative connotation that, like, you know, women and especially black women, they get in these spaces where it's just like, hey, I can be black, but also I can be into, like, you know, anime and like sci-fi and comics and stuff, where it's just like, if they do go, it's just like, oh, well, you're not a real fan, or you're just cosplaying. It's just like, no, like, they can genuinely be a baddie or be beautiful, be cute, whatever it may be, and still like anime, you know? Like, that doesn't make them any less of an anime fan just because they're a baddie, you know? So I get where Jazz is coming from with this. It's like, no, like, you know, you can be beautiful and still rock a cosplay and still know the specific anime that it comes from. And it's showing as far as, like, you know, people who are just new to it, and it's just like, hey, you can't even recognize an OG Bulma costume from Dragon Ball. Not Z, but OG Dragon Ball. But that's a different story, because sometimes Dragon Ball fans, they go straight to Z and Super and don't start with OG Dragon Ball. So I'm just calling it out.
That's not fun for any of us, because now what, I gotta prove it to you that we're nerds now because you don't think I fit the stereotype, or you don't think they fit what a nerd should look like as a girl? Please sit down. And how do we also know that these baddies that are at the con have not also been the quiet, nerdy stereotype that you think that they should look like before? They probably were that kid. They probably were that kid that had glasses and looked like what you think a nerd should look like as they were a child, and then they grew up to be blossomed into this beautiful adult that loves anime. Hello? and is not afraid of what people say either. We should not be trying to conform to constantly live in a shell. That is why DreamCon and BlurredCon and spaces like this were even made, so that we don't have to hide anymore. We don't have to fit a specific stereotype anymore. Hello. But why do some people think that because someone is attractive, because somebody doesn't fit the nerd stereotype that you think a nerd would look like, because you don't really know what a nerd is unless you talk to them, okay? Unless you find out what their actual interests are. Because some people think that to be qualified as a nerd, you gotta be short, scrawny, wear glasses, and I don't even know where that came from either, because glasses only tell me that you can't see.
Exactly.
Glasses only tell me that you can't see. Not that you're a nerd, okay? Somebody with glasses could still beat your ass. I don't know what to say. It doesn't correlate for being a nerd, okay? And also, some people think that blurs also do not have the ability to fight either. This doesn't even apply to just blurs. This applies to nerds everywhere, where people are saying, oh, well, you're not gonna whoop me if I come to the con. Now, not saying that you should get beat up for coming to the con, but I'm just saying that if you say something crazy to one of them to their face, and then they do beat you up, do you know that some people are so invested into this culture that they have learned how to fight because of the anime and video games that they have watched and played? Do you know? These people, some of these people that look like nerds to you, some of these people that look like nerds and look like they won't be a threat, they are very much a threat. Okay, some of these people have actually trained in different types of fighting styles and martial arts because of the things that they have consumed in anime and video games. Don't get it twisted. Somebody that is a nerd and cosplaying as something, they might be even in a maid outfit, okay? It might be a grown man in a maid outfit at the convention. Don't think that you could bitch him. Don't think that you could bitch him, because if he's outside wearing that proudly, he don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, and they're not gonna give a fuck about beating you up. So don't, not saying that you should get beat up, but if it does happen, be careful. That's all I'm saying. We are not a monolith. Blurs come in every single shape and form. Just because you think that they were not bullied does not mean that they do not have the same right to enjoy anime and nerd culture and video games the same way that you do. And just because you got bullied, right? Not saying that you should have. Nobody should be bullied for anything in life. I fully stand on that. I do not like bullies at all. But to blame other people that you think they have not experienced this, because again, you don't know these people. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know their story. You're just seeing that they're an attractive person, or you're seeing that they are a person that you would think is not into those things, that they now do not deserve to be part of the fandom. And then they go on to say, oh, well, there wasn't twerking and shaking ass and things like that when I was into anime, when I was younger. Guess what? We were children. And not saying that you got to just get over it, but I'm just saying that you have to at least grow. Your perspective has to grow from when you were in grade school, to grow as a person. Because I feel like if you don't do that, I feel like you're stunting yourself and you're stunting the possible interactions and experiences that you can have in the
I was so tempted to stop, but we're going to let this video play out and then I'll give my final thoughts.
future from just not choosing to heal. You can heal at a different pace than everybody else, but that's a goal, is that you have to heal from that. I'm sorry, but you have to heal from that. I'm not saying get over it tomorrow, but I'm just saying start working on it today so that you can have a better one tomorrow, okay? Because this just sounds like projecting. This just sounds like projecting, and to feel like that certain people aren't genuine because they don't fit the stereotype that you think that they should, it's kind of scrutinizing them in the same way that you would scrutinize yourself when you were younger. Do y'all see that? I know when I was younger, I wanted more people to like the things that I like. I felt like I was an outcast because people didn't like the thing that I liked. And I didn't think that I was weird, you know? I just knew that other people would see me as weird for like liking it, especially me being a woman as well. That's another filter. I feel like in 2026, we should be celebrating the fact that we don't have to hide anymore. I feel like we should be celebrating the fact that anime and video games and nerd culture is just being celebrated on a wider scale, even so wide that we have a con where Black people are able to express themselves freely, cosplay how they want to freely, and not having to worry about, oh, you can't cosplay this character because they're not Black. Oh, you can't cosplay this correctly because they don't have dark skin. And we're all just coming together and celebrating being us, being ourselves, and being able to express our love for this thing so outwardly and be celebrated for it, you know? Like you trying to say, because in this same thread, people are talking about, oh, how they weren't Black enough. They weren't seen as Black enough because they liked anime. They weren't seen as Black enough because they like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. And it's kind of like you're regurgitating the same thing now to people that could be just now getting into it. And COVID was a perfect time to get into a new hobby and a new interest and a new like, because you weren't doing anything. Nobody was going outside. So people are trying to explore new things that they like. And then when they see that, oh, now I do like Naruto. Now I do like Death Note. Now I do like One Piece, things like that. How is that a bad thing? That's like when I was growing up and I did express that I liked anime and video games, and then they would say, well, you don't really like anime, and if you do, then what? Tell me what this is. Like, now I gotta go through a whole quiz, and why are we doing this? And then
All right, I had enough. Like, I want to give my thoughts where it's just like I had to say something, because it is weird how like people can, like, you go to somewhere like DreamCon, or like if you go into a space and like say you like anime, and they'll be like, oh, if you like anime, like, you know, we'll do this, or like, you know, like, can you answer these questions? It's just like, why do I have to prove that I like anime? And I get to be like, hey, like, if you're a real one, you should know this. But it's just like, if you're just starting out, they may not know these questions, but just accept that, like, hey, they say like, hey, I'm getting into anime, I'm new to it, but am liking what I'm watching, like whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it be Naruto, you know, Bleach, Death Note, whatever it may be. Like, they ain't gotta prove nothing to themselves. Like, you ain't gotta prove nothing to no one, you know, but just let people be.
It kind of goes into anti-blackness, because they were then saying, oh, I didn't twerk, or I didn't dress sexually, I didn't listen to drill rap, da da da. Now, what makes you think those parameters? What makes you think that those things now disqualify you from also liking nerd shit? Just tell me. And that's also telling me that you equate those certain things to a certain type of blackness, because blackness looks like many different shades, looks like many different things. We are all not the same thing. So it lets me know how you view yourself as black and how you view blackness as a whole, okay? Because when I go to things like DreamCon, when I go to things like BlurredCon, when I go to events that are made by black people for black people, I feel nothing but accepted. I feel nothing but love, and everybody doesn't have to look like me. Everybody doesn't have to dress like me. Everybody doesn't have to dance like me. Everybody doesn't have to like the same things as me. I just know that we're all coming in as a community and we're all celebrating the same thing, and it's all love and positivity. So I don't understand where the negativity always comes from every single year this comes up. I don't understand. And now let me get on to people that have never been to DreamCon, never been to BlurredCon, never been to any of these black con nerdy events, okay? Where people are having opinions and thoughts that are always negative, but have never bought a ticket, never went to a con, never got a piece of art, none of that, but also have all this to say that is negative about the blurred spaces. I don't get it. There are people saying that DreamCon is a money grab, that DreamCon is just for people to just suck up to RDC and stuff like that, and like we're coming for them. And that's not what it is at all. And that's how I could tell that you guys have never been. That's how I could tell you've never went. And it's funny because I saw another creator that, by the way, I'm not gonna say any of their names because I know that they're looking for attention. So I'm just gonna talk about what they did, okay? There was a certain creator that explained why he would never go, right? And that's fine, you can do what you do. And he basically was saying that, like, if he didn't see a business opportunity in it, then he won't go. And that's fine, that's cool. But it's kind of making it seem like you're upset that you didn't get qualified as a creator. Because as I go down the thread, I find out that you actually applied to be in the creator program. And because you may not have gotten in, that's why you're mad. I'm just saying, it just looks like that.
Out,
but I will say that there is a bunch of weirdos walking around here, okay? With cameras, IRL cameras. I would never understand the logic of setting up an IRL camera to walk around a con that is full of nerds and cosplayers and gamers and people that love anime, and walk around and say, you know what, everybody here is so weird. Everybody here is just, I don't know, they're just such weird weirdos, they're lame. You're the one that's lame. You're the one that actually doesn't make sense. Like, you're a walking contradiction through the con. I don't understand. Why hate on something so much to where you bought a ticket for the thing that you hate? Let's paint a picture here. That's like if I was a vegetarian, right? And then I buy a ticket to go to the biggest barbecue battle ever, right? And then I go there, they barbecuing meat, ribs, chicken, all that stuff. And then I'm in there as a vegetarian, a vegan maybe. And then I say, oh my God, everybody's so weird for eating meat. Oh my God. You see how dumb that is? Like, you spent like your money. You spent your money, because they didn't send you a ticket, by the way. You spent your own money to go to an event that you know you don't like what is around, just for you to rag on and clown the people that are there so that you can get attention because you have nothing else to do. That is what the core message is here. It looks like you have no hobbies. It looks like you have no friends. It looks like you have no interest. So what gives you a big boost of feeling good that day is to rage bait and to try to get other people mad easily because of what you are doing to them in their space that makes them feel comfortable. Do you see how weird that is? Do you see how lame that mindset is thinking? And especially when you don't even have a check mark, you don't even have a page, you don't even have, no, like, you're just there. Like, you're just there for free. Like, you've lost money. You've actually lost money. It's not like you're going out there and you're making content to get money back. Like, you are spending your money to go out there to rage bait people for what? Attention? Did that attention pay your bills? Did that attention pay your rent? It didn't. So it's actually like you lost money by trying to rage bait people, and you think that you're rage baiting us, but you don't even know that you're losing yourself, baby. What is happening? It just doesn't make sense logically. Are we okay?
No,
Are we all
it doesn't
right?
compute
Like,
to
what is,
people like
what
that.
is, do you need a hug?
Do you need
Do
a
you need a
hug?
friend to confide in for your feelings? Like, what is going on? I need to know. I need to know. And it's like, now again, you can do whatever you want to do. But if you go somewhere deliberately to make people angry and you don't even like the thing that is you are surrounding yourself in, I don't know. I feel like nothing is up there. This type of activity makes me think that nothing is up there but dust balls and an empty hamster wheel because the hamster has even left, okay? And I feel like the people that are infiltrating the spaces in order to rag on people for liking anime while also attending the anime convention to get views, I feel like you're a terrible content creator.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I feel like you're a terrible one. I feel like if you can't get any other content other than rage baiting people, I feel like you yourself are not entertaining. I feel like you yourself don't know what is entertaining other than you thinking that doing crazy shit on stream is gonna get you likes. You're gonna be forever chasing that till you're 52. And then it's just gonna be sad at that point, you know? And I'm saying all this to say that I love my black spaces. I love being black. I love being a nerd. I love anime. I love video games. I love all these things. I love Pokemon. Y'all can see all that in the background. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of perfect order. It's hard to get Pokemon these days. All these scalpers need to go to hell, but that's another conversation. Love everybody. Let's show some love. Let's spread love. Let's not hate every year, every time this comes out. Let's not try to get clout off of things that you don't actually like. Do things that you actually like, bro. Please, for the love of God. It'll save us so many headaches of trying to see these takes and trying to see these videos of people that aren't doing anything logical. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. If you don't like the shit, don't do it. If you don't like the shit, don't go. If you like it, go. If you don't go. I mean, you can go, but you'll be stupid for making fun of people that are going and are loving this thing, and you're the one that obviously doesn't like it, and then you're going around saying, oh, well, you guys are weird and lame. No, bitch, you're dumb. Hello? Nothing up there. Nothing is up there. It's a quick little rant. It might not have been quick, but I don't know. I just want people to leave people alone, let people love what they love. And if you do like things like this, if you do like anime, if you are a cosplayer, if you are a nerd, if you are a gamer, love that, okay? And you don't have to look a certain way for that also. You don't have to look a certain way to be classified as a blurred or a nerd. You don't have to be quizzed on every single thing in history of this culture in order for you to be a fan of it. Just be you, okay? Just be you. And go to places where you are celebrated and not tolerated, okay? This is
Facts. She said it so well. So she said everything where it's just like, you ain't got to be judged by everything or like tested on everything within blur culture, because who are you to judge, you know? But also, if you don't like anime, if you don't like video games, or if you don't like the environment that DreamCon is promoting, that's fine. You have your preferences. You're entitled to feel how you feel, but just don't go. Don't go. Save your money. Like, don't go and rage bait other people and then just be clowning on them just to be like, oh, well, you know, like, I'm here to get the reactions and like content creators are coming, so I'm just doing it for that. And it's just like, you're going for the wrong reasons at that point. You know what I mean? But genuinely, just like, we need to stop the whole hate for DreamCon culture thing, because each year it's just coming out and it's just like, you're giving it a bad rep, and it's really not that. You're only judging things from like a 30-second clip that you see on TikTok or Instagram, and it's not even that for real. Like, go to the con and like just enjoy it and have fun. Heck, I didn't even know that all this stuff was happening because I was just enjoying it with my friends, you know? So just relax and just enjoy the con and like meet new people, have the new experience, see what Houston is all about, and just be you. Be unapologetically you within the con. Don't be doing no weird stuff. Like, respect yourself and respect others at the con, and just have fun and just see what it brings you. But let me know what you guys think about this. Was Jazzy right in talking about this? What are your thoughts on this? And like, people who don't like anime or like who don't like video games, but they feel they have an opinion to be like, oh, well, it wasn't like this when I was growing up, so now that it's like this, I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon. Let me know what you guys' conversations are and topics are on this. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with a friend so that we may continue to grow into the people that God wants us to be each and every day. And I'll be seeing you guys at the next DreamCon in 2027. And in fact, I've been thinking of something, and I'm going to share it with you guys because y'all are my family, but I really want to create like little satellite mini dream cons, you know? Like, I wish that there was like more cons to be had throughout like the nation. Like, so it's not just, oh, you're just looking forward to just a DreamCon or just a Blurred Con, but it could be like things like quarterly. So like you have one like, you know, in the spring, you have one in the summer that could be the huge one, and then one for fall, and then one for winter. So that way you can keep the momentum and keep the culture alive. So it's not like having to wait until the next 364 days for the next DreamCon or for the next Blurred Con. But that's something that I'm trying to work towards and formulate. So let me know what you guys think and how I can get this going. But I'm going to make this happen, so just so you guys watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with a friend so that we may continue to grow into the people that God wants us to be each and every day. Blurs, I love y'all. Anime guys, I love y'all. Anime girlies, I love y'all. Video gaming guys, girls, I love y'all. And just keep on being you. Be great. It's your boy, D. Lou, signing out. Take care. I'm out. Peace.